What's going on, everybody? It's the GNM podcast. Welcome back
Yup,
to episode number 5. I am Narek,
it's John Carlos.
and we are happy that you're back to watch us, talk about some interesting stuff. And today's topic is JC. What is today's topic, man?
Today's topic, my fellow GNM podcast listeners. Today we're going to be speaking over the topic about overcoming adversity and having resilience and grit to be able to push past your obstacles and achieve success. So, first things first, we have to understand what is adversity.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Okay, the definition of adversity in the definition, like in the book definition, is difficulties and misfortune. The problem with that word though is that they make it seem misfortunate. And adversity is actually something that is here to build you into a better human being, into a better soldier, into a
Yeah.
better man, woman, whatever the case is. So first, we got to change up what the definition of adversity really means. It really means to make you better. So, what you want to add to that? What's your thoughts?
I honestly agree with you, man. Adversity is like, I feel like we've had so much adversity in our journey, but the difference is we perceived like adversity in a different way. We didn't perceive adversity in a bad way, and like adversity is actually a really good thing, because without that adversity we wouldn't be here, so I feel like that's all I have to add to it, honestly. Just see adversity as a good thing. you know Perceive it in a way that could help you out, and understand that if there was no adversity you wouldn't be here right now, so
Facts. You gotta use your failures as stepping stones. It's literally that's what it is. Like anybody that you see successful right now, they didn't make it on their first attempt. I promise you. And if they did, that shit's not gonna last long. Like Russ said, he said, rappers that make it off of one song, you're a one-hit wonder. You're probably not gonna. You're here for a year. You're here by the summer. You're gone by the winter. That's why Russ is always gonna be around. He's been rapping for 10 years. He's always gonna be around because he has a catalog and he's actually built a fan base from the dirt.
yeah.
People fuck with him for his music for real, not cause this sounds cool for the time being. So, what else do I want to say? There's some similar words here to adversity, and I'm gonna name a few. We have bad luck, misfortune, trouble, difficulty, suffering, sorrow, misery,
Damn.
tribulations, trauma, setbacks. And some of these words do have correct meaning, but it's the wrong meaning, if you get what I mean. So like one of the words, for example, it says suffering. Suffering is success. Suffering, pain is success. Pain when you go to the gym, you work out. You're hitting chest and triceps. It hurts. Especially when you're done with the workout. If you haven't worked out in a while, or you're new to the gym or whatever, the next day you're probably not gonna be able to. It's gonna hurt. But that pain, you turned it into blessings because now you've invested into yourself. And investing into yourself isn't gonna come easy and isn't gonna feel easy all the time. Isn't gonna feel, oh, I feel so good. It may not feel good, like most of the things that you don't like are actually things that's good for you. Vegetables, working out, reading, all the things that are not good for you are the ones that are gonna benefit your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say you actually you brought up a really good point by saying that going to the gym is suffering. Really, like when you're working out, what you're doing is you're breaking your muscles, right? You're suffering,
Literally.
but that's gonna build you up for success. Like, yeah, you're gonna suffer for every day for a year or two, but then you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, how did this suffering bring, greatness? And then same thing, you can relate that to success. Like, all these trading days that we're losing, like that we were losing, like all these past 2 years that we've been losing money, we've been investing in courses. It's all been suffering, really. Like, there has been no
Literally.
reaping yet. It's all been sowing. So then, it's gonna be the same thing with the gym. Every day, these hours, for another 2 years, for another, and then you're gonna look at your training count, and you're gonna be like, damn, look where I've come by all this suffering. So that's why suffering is a good thing, and adversity shouldn't be perceived in a way of actual, like, you're suffering for life.
Yeah, because somebody may use that as an excuse. Oh, I didn't make it because of adversity. No,
Mm,
you didn't make it because you didn't go through the adversity. You didn't go through what life was trying to teach you. Like if you really want that thing over there that you say you want, why don't you just go get that shit? Like what is the
yeah,
problem?
exactly.
And another thing too, if somebody has already proven that they can't do it too, it's a no-brainer. Like you have no reason, but people make excuses, and we've talked about excuses in one of the past podcasts. But yeah, so we define what it really means to adversity is your stepping stone. It isn't your mental. It isn't a wall. It's a wall that you go through and you turn it into stepping stones, right?
Mm. Yo, you're cutting out.
So now that what up, hello?
Oh shit, you cut out for a second, heavy. All right, now
Oh, okay.
say what you said again.
I was saying like now that we have the correct state of mind of understanding what how to really digest what adversity means. The
Mm.
next step is okay. So now this wall, I break through it and I turn these into stepping stones to continue to go towards my goal, right?
Yeah.
Now, this title is also about grit and resilience. Grit meaning courage and resolve, strength of character. How do you develop, and I'm talking to you, nerd,
Yeah.
how do you develop the courage and the strength to push past hard moments? For example, in your trading or anybody that's going through a hard time, how do you develop that courage to be like, nah, I don't care that I look like I'm down and out. I'm gonna have the mindset necessary, you know?
I would say for me, like for my whole journey, bro, the courage I've, even through these hard times, it's been just understanding, right? It's knowledge. It's knowledge of that, you know, these, me failing right now, or me having this temporary defeat is not the end of it. And that's what gets me courage, because I'm like, yo, I know where I'm going. I know where my goal is. I know what my purpose is. These little losses should not determine if I'm a failure or a success. Again, I I could have failures, but you have to determine. I did like I've had so many failures, but I'm always determining myself as a successful person. I never determine myself as a failure. Yes, I have temporary defeat, but I know that I'm a success at the end of the day. That's what keeps me courageous, and it's just me understanding that you know uh, that at the end of the day, these little like losses are is what's gonna get me to my purpose. So that's what gets me courage every day. That's why I'm so courageous, and so I have so much strength to keep going.
Mm, okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty how you explained that. So you would say like just like understanding that these defeats are what's gonna make you successful,
Yeah,
basically.
it's an understanding. It's a different level of awareness, basically.
Like yeah, I may have messed up right now. I may have fucked up, but it's like if you don't know that that fire is hot, you would never understand not to put your hand in it or
Mm,
to do some crazy shit and throw your phone in there. Just like something that once you grow up and you understand that that fire is hot and you learn that, now you take that with you wherever you go. And you actually, yeah, it may have hurt that first time, but you actually learned from it, and that's how you evolved. So, yeah, it's about turning your losses into wins by having the mentality. So that's another thing.
yeah.
Like you said, like picturing yourself already successful. We've talked about that too, Neville. Um, seeing yourself already successful. This is just building blocks to get you to where you want to go, right?
Exactly. So wait, I wanna ask you like the same thing because I feel yeah I gave my answer, but I wanna see what makes you so courageous. What makes you uh have that strength to keep going.
But everybody has to have a why. If you're doing this shit for money, you might get some money if you're really down bad.
Yeah.
But I've seen and I know a lot of people that get on and then get off. You know what I'm saying? They
Nah, for
they
real.
get some money and then they stop. They get rich and they stop trying. That's the that's the word. So for me, bro, it's really um limiting things in life, not being able to do this or that because of money, or not being able to do this for my mom or get her. Like, why am I limited? I don't understand. So
Yeah.
I may have been born into a family that's limited, but a family that's not limited will come from me. Right? That's one of my motivations. One of my things that help me get up every day is, like I said, just wanted to help my mother, and just not being at my full potential. Like, just not being at my full potential and being average. That's the thing that I'm scared of most in life. Like, imagine you die. I heard this example from, I think it was David Goggins, right? Imagine you die, and it says, I'm in heaven, I'm with God, right?
Mhm.
And I'm next in line, and up top it says, ting, they called my name, is John Carlos. Bam, I walk up, it's me, broke, not living to my full potential. I walk up to God and he's like, and I'm like, okay, damn, I don't remember the example.
I hear it. Wait, I think I know what you're trying to say.
No, I got it. Hold on, I got it. He's basically like, he shows you some pictures. He's like, is this you? And it's
Yeah.
like, multi-millionaire, Lamborghini driving, took, you know, the entire family on a cruise ship to Paris, fucking build a multi-billion-dollar company, 180 pounds, strong as fuck, ripped, just all these things, and I'm like, yo, that's not me. And then he looks at you and he says, no, that's who you were supposed to be.
Damn.
That is the biggest, just having that regret, not living up to my full potential, is my biggest
That is crazy.
motivation.
That is
You know
actually
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah. And bro, I could bring this back to I could bring this back to adversity because I was actually thinking of this the other day. I'm like, yo, this is why I would never give up, right? It's because what if when I give up, or what if I give up a day before I was supposed to succeed, or a couple minutes before I was succeed? You never know when you're gonna
Right.
succeed, right? So the when is a question mark, which means that if you don't know the when, if you're giving up, you might be giving up days or minutes away from you being a success. You might be
Yeah.
you might be giving up minutes from getting
Bef-
that new idea of that will change your life, you know? So that's what
3
makes
feet
me
from gold.
never. Yeah, exactly, that story from Thinking You're Rich. That type of mindset is what keeps me away from ever giving up, because I
Yeah.
know that whatever adversity I'm going through, whatever struggle, whatever suffering, if I ever give up, I will regret it so hard, bro.
Also, it's for me. Also, it's like just that knowing feeling. Like, some people think that they can. Some people believe that they can, but some people just know. And that's where I'm. That's where I'm at. It's just, I just know it's gonna happen. Like you said, I just don't know when. So it's that feeling of like, yo, that shit could happen in 22 days from now, and I gave up. Like, nah, bro. Like, just the not knowing is what keeps you going. You know what I mean? So
It's a mystery, yeah.
it's that, like, damn, what if it's like, this month or this month, and that's what keeps you going, man. Just, but you have to know though. If you think you can, if you, you know, even if you believe you can still get broken down. But if you think that you can, I think I can do this. Once you meet with adversity, it might be really hard for you because you think that you can, you're not sure that you can. So once there's something telling you that you may not be able to, you're gonna break down. You're gonna
Yeah,
crumble. So
exactly.
you have to have that mentality also of like, nah, I know this is for me. I don't have an out, bro. I burned the ships. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that shit
Burn the ships,
tatted, you
bro.
hear me?
Yeah,
So I'm not giving myself an out. It's this or I die trying, bro.
facts. Yeah, I do agree with that. And you have to burn the ships. Um, but man, I wanna ask you right now, right? Um, I'm gonna we're gonna name out a bunch of people that we know that have been successful. I mean, no, to be honest, it's kind of dumb, but because like everybody who we know has gone through adversity, you know. But I'm saying like the biggest adversity, like people that you know and like that you're inspired by that has gone through crazy adversity and have just went through it, you know.
Like examples.
Yeah, like examples of like stories, you know, like stories.
Well, obviously you know who I'm gonna say
Yeah,
first.
we know Russ.
So my favorite example would be Russ. Russ is like, he's my favorite artist, and if you guys don't know his story, is basically it wasn't. I mean, he wasn't like dirt poor, but obviously mediocre family, and just like him making beats for like so long, and then started rapping at 19, dropped out. And no, he actually dropped out before starting to rap. He was just making beats, and he said that in a podcast. He was like, that was crazy. But it's about having those wings. Like you don't have to. If you're too scared to jump, you're not going to. Like if you think about it too much, you're not gonna jump. You have to just do it. You'll grow wings on the way down, bro. And that's
Yeah,
something that he talks about. So him just grinding for 10 years overall, and then blowing like on his 6th year rapping. Like he's talked about eating McDonald's and drinking like nasty ass liquor, and I also have Raul and James on my wall. James was gonna quit. He said one time, and if you guys don't know James Storms, he's also a foreign exchange trader, and he went through a lot, just blowing. Like he would make money and just blow it, and one day he was even gonna go back. He stopped trading for like a month or two. He was gonna go back to school, to medical school, because he wanted to be a doctor, and just having that like like, can I do this?
yeah,
Like I know I can, but why is it not happening for me? And just breaking, just you gotta poke the universe, bro. When you poke the universe, it'll turn around and grant your wishes. That's a Russ line
yeah,
too.
for real.
Who do you have on your list, bro?
Okay, I have a lot of people on my list, right? But a person that I'm not I am inspired by, but like I don't follow him every day. It's just somebody I know that has gone through crazy adversity. Would be the CEO or like the creator of Squid Game, right? And
Mm, mm.
friend, man, his story was crazy because I heard it from like, or I saw it from like an article, right? But man, this guy went through 10 years of adversity. He went through 10 years of trying to put the same show out. It was the same show. He made it. They made that shit like so long ago, but he was trying to, um, put it out, and other companies wouldn't let him. They said this shit's garbage. It's not gonna work out. Like, what is this, right? And then now he got the award for the most viewed show on Netflix. You know what I'm
In
saying?
history.
In history
Yeah,
of Netflix.
crazy.
That's crazy. And I just want to say, like, man, if this person who made a show and he had so much adversity, but he never gave up, you know, look at him now. So that's where going through adversity is the most important thing, man. Honestly.
I got another one. So basically, if you guys, Nicky Jam, he's a Latin like musician, and his story is on Netflix. If you guys want to go watch it, and his it's called El Ganador, and basically just seeing his life. He grew up like very like he grew up dirt poor, and parents drug addicts, just being around people that wanted to, gangs of people that wanted to kill him and his other like friend, which he also like is a musician, Daddy Yankee, and they were gonna, just being around these people that wanted to kill him, and he almost overdosed on perkies, and just almost dying to the point where he had to go to the hospital, and he's like, yo, the doctor telling him like, if you do it again, you're going to die. Just being to that point, and he also was super overweight. Just all these things mentally that were blocking him, and yeah, he went through adversity. He moved to Medellin, which is a part of Colombia, and that's where he started to take his shit serious. He got off the perks, he got off the drugs, and he started taking his music serious. And that just goes to show is like, if you want it bad enough, you're not gonna let the drugs won't stop you, the women won't, the distractions won't, the whatever. If you want it bad enough, bro,
For real. Yeah.
you're gonna just continue to poke and just continue to be super annoying and be like, yo, I want this, I want this, I want this. Universe turns around and is like, oh, fuck, here you go, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's crazy, man. No, I remember you told me a story, and that's just crazy. Like, you know, especially being in that environment. Like, you know, me personally, I've never been in that environment of, you know, drugs and violence and hoods and, you know, like all this stuff. But man, looking at him, you know, tells me that, yo, nothing is impossible. Like, people make excuses. Oh, I grew up in the hood. Oh, I didn't grow up in America. Like, bro, come on.
Mm, yeah.
Stop making excuses. Like, yo, you know what? One thing that Neville said, and this is about adversity. He said, your mind does not respond to rational things, rational excuses. He said that if you say your mind on something, and your assumption is so strong and you're so much infused with it, no outside condition can break that. If you have your mindset on being in America and you're in fucking Europe, I don't care how far America is, bro. You're gonna get there if you want it hard enough, bro. And if you know what I'm saying, if you're assuming it and you feel that it's natural, like no adversity is gonna do, or no outside rational thing is gonna do anything to your, you know, goal. That's why all all these people who are
Yeah,
making
that's the only thing that
excuses.
your mind is thinking of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Like, man. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of great people and stories out there. Um, there's, you know, again, us traders. There's so many traders, and traders go through a lot of adversity, man. That's why 90% fail.
Mm.
You know. But yeah, man.
Yeah, just being in an industry where supposedly, right, 90% of traders fail. Do you think, man? It's like that shit plays no role in my heart. Like, I don't care about none of that shit, dog. I
Yeah.
really don't.
Doesn't
Like,
apply
that
to us.
doesn't. It yeah. It's like it doesn't. I don't even. I forgot about that statistic because I just wasn't even like. Because I know, okay, 90% fail. I just gotta do what I gotta do to not be 90%, bro. And if that's too hard for you, okay, you didn't want it bad enough then.
And trading wasn't for
I
you,
actually
man.
want this shit, man. Exactly. Trading's not for everybody. But, you know, Daniel too. Daniel's up there too with the stories. Like, I've seen his pictures of him, like, what was it, pumping carbon or something, just having being all nasty and dirty.
Yeah,
And
he was
he
in
said one
car
time,
wash. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that was his second job. Second job was pumping carbon. He had a job working at the car wash, and he said, and I quote, like, you know, I remember washing cars and just looking to my right, looking to my left, looking around me, and just like seeing these very more older people in their 50s and their 60s washing cars,
Yeah,
and he's like, I don't want to end up like them.
for real.
That was his motivation. His fear of ending up as that type of person where you're 50, 60 and you got no other skill set than to wash cars. That literally was his motivation, and that was the fire beneath his feet
Mm.
to make him move, because he's like, yo, I cannot be stuck here forever, bro. I cannot, bro. So that really inspires me as well. You know,
No, yeah. There's a lot of people that inspire us, you know, that has gone through adversity, man. But, you know, um, again, man, I'm gonna give my last words because I think we've talked about this topic. Like, again, I think a lot of people who are watching this learned something about adversity and why it's not a negative thing. And my last words will be, man, my last advice to the viewers watching this will be, whatever adversity you're going through right now, just understand that if you have a goal and a purpose, the adversity shouldn't matter. Again, the
Mm.
obstacle is the way. You if you have your mindset on something, your mind doesn't get stopped by outside things. Your mind creates outside things for itself, and it's gonna get to your goal as long as you keep going. And just remember that if you give up just because of little adversity or however big the adversity is, if you give up, just know you'll never make it.
Mm. And if you give up, you don't deserve to make it anyway.
Mm.
But my last things would be, so basically how to have that ability to recover and adjust from adversity, and it's just using your L's as stepping stones. That's number one. Having the mindset of I already know that this is possible and is more than certain for me. This is happening for me. I just don't know when. Fuck the one, right?
Fuck the one, bro.
And desire. That would be the last thing for me. I mean, the obstacle is the way. Like Marcus Aurelius once said, if you desire it so bad, trust me, there's nothing that can go actually be between you and your goal that would stop you from that would actually stop you and isn't an obstacle to make you better. That would actually stop you from achieving what you want, right?
Mm.
If you're on two boats, right? You can't be on two boats. But if you're on, this boat has no captain, nobody's guiding this ship. It's gonna end on the shore. It's gonna end up crashing in the sea and fucking up, and it's gone. But if you have a ship and you know where you're going, you're headed in the right direction. You have the mental faculties, you have the mental like artillery, and you have that desire. Man, I promise you, there's nothing that can stop you, man. You just gotta believe that. I can't do that for you.
We cannot do. That's one thing. We cannot do is control your mind. We can give you advice, but after that, it's all up to you. You have to take it and apply it in your own life. But yeah, man, I think that was amazing last words from both of us. Like I think that's very well put. And I really hope the viewers will understand what adversity is about and what it really means, and how people can use it in a better way and understand that it's not eternal suffering. It's short-term suffering for a long-term success. But yeah, man, that was I think that was a very great podcast. I think that was everything was very very well put, and we're gonna end it off
Amazing.
here. My name is Narek,
My name's John Carlos.
and this is the GNM podcast. Thank you guys for joining up. Be waiting on episode 6. Have a great one, guys.
All right, man. Peace.